What is good? What is good? This is Daz Bones back and better than ever, and I am with
Senpai Monkey D Micool.
Man, and we are so happy to be back. Another epic 10 out of 10 A+ work from Oda once again. We kicked this all off just getting a crazy perspective because we know the chapter is called Spitting Image by the official translation.
Yes.
And the first couple of perspectives we get, it's Sanji and Zoro versus King and Queen again.
Yep.
They just landed those crazy attacks and they're not out. They're not like down for the count or anything like that, but they both on the ground.
Looking up like, what was that?
Hey, Sanji and Zoro just standing over and flexing. And we love to see that because that's just an epic moment, like the epic tag team between the wings of Luffy that we've been all waiting to see.
Right.
Another little dope breakdown we get is we get a little backstory first into the secrets of Sanji's ability.
We get to see a little bit of that flame ability finally come into play. We always thought it was Sanji's burning hot passion. We might actually have a connection here with the Lunarian race that King apparently derives from, which I find pretty interesting.
Yeah, it was dope to see that. It's not a lot that King says, but as soon as Queen mentioned the Lunarians to Sanji, it definitely catches his attention.
He got side-eyed real fast.
Yeah, you dropping dimes on my people, something like that. But to see how that manifests in Sanji is dope, because is it possible that the experiments on him, like done as a baby, did they really pan out and he's just a late bloomer with him?
Or is it something that's connected to like the Germa suit, and the more times that he wears it, the more bonded it gets to his DNA?
Yeah, the tighter that thread gets between that lineage factor between what the Lunarians might be and then what Judge might have added to them. So it was great to see that.
Yes.
And not only that, Sword God Zoro, there's no more Pirate Hunter, no more Roronoa. He is the right hand, he is Sword God. Kami Zoro, address him first of his name, but
hopefully he's a Shimotsuki.
oh man, just to see the perspective shift when we get Hyogoro and then Kawamatsu not only saying that them and the Yakuza bosses are gonna take out the underlings to make sure that they can focus on King and Queen. They also mentioned to each other that there's a strange resemblance that Zoro like shares favor with. And that was somebody who had kind of been left in mystery, but that is the former daimyo of Ringo.
Yep. It was Shimotsuki, and he honestly, he looks very similar even though his actual face is shadowed out. But like, we got the scar action, we got the jawline, everything there is perfect. And the fact that Zoro managed to get Shisui from Ryoma Shimotsuki and then bring it back to Wano, it's only fate. It's gotta be fate.
This may have been the most consistent foreshadowing we've seen come to fruition in quite some time, because you mentioned Shisui. It's sort of skipping a generation because it missed the daimyo of Ringo. Zoro getting it after we know that Ryuma's grave was robbed and then fighting him in Thriller Bark and all of that. We wondered if that was just an unnecessary fight of crazy significance.
And
like,
that he just looked similar to him. It was very, very confusing for sure.
A green-haired zombie. It got looked over at the time, but now we're seeing that Oda was a dog even back then.
Really though, everything is just approached from years ahead. It's been amazing.
Yeah, the way he's able to make things come full circle just really makes One Piece fans just get more and more invested with every chapter, because you mentioned the fact that we haven't been on a break in quite some time. Despite the level these chapters have been at, he continues to just outdo himself.
It's really insane.
The way things come full circle, it just makes you proud to be a fan, and it makes you just want to see more of it.
I mean, we get a really nice switch from there, from Nekomamushi, Inuarashi. They're full Sulon mode, and we're finally gonna get to see Sparrow get what he deserves, as well as Jack. I want all the heat for them. I really just want it to be like smacking fest. They don't get to do anything.
Yeah, because Sparrow really never, he's come farther than he should have already.
Oh yeah.
It would have been poetic enough for it to be Wanda and Carrot, but they just didn't have what we know was like overwhelming power to him. We know Neko's gonna take care of business here. Unless he gets saved by his crew or something like that, Sparrow's probably done.
I mean, I think he even realized that. He says, Sulon! It's that.
And who's to say that Wanda and Carrot don't jump back in now that they are like back awake, and we know that the moon is full. And then with Jack and Inuarashi, this was the first matchup we saw when we got to Zoe. So to see it end the way it started is really dope here, because we know how many sacrifices Inuarashi has made. Like, he was saying to Jack in the little flashback, if Raizo is here, you can cut my belly. That's how certain I am that that's not the case. And they are just so ride or die, man. The minks are some of the
Well,
most
without,
loyal.
I mean, had they given him up, like he said, they would have never made it to Wano. They would have never gotten as far as they did.
Exactly.
And it's just phenomenal to see this feat finally.
We're finally getting to see a lot of the loose ends just getting just sewn up and flipped. So everything, like I feel like this like the third time I'm saying it, but everything is coming full circle, and we love to see that. We love to see the elements that are still kind of up in the air, like the silhouettes that we get at the end of the chapter, because after the perspective shifts from Nekomamushi and Inuarashi and who they're fighting, at the end we get Luffy again, and all of these members of Law's crew who are scared of this dragon.
Freaking out.
They're like, Kaido, what you doing down here, bro?
Like, he just popped up out of nowhere.
Oh man, and then we get a very emotional Shinobu. It comes to find out that this is Momonosuke, and her devil fruit ability works for her. She was able to age him to age 28, and he is still in a silhouette. She has said, you look...
His human form, his dragon form, not so much.
Yeah, he's not as big as Kaido, but he definitely looks like he's big enough to carry Luffy back to Onigashima.
Oh yeah, for sure. And all we need is an elevator, like you were saying. We just need to get up there.
It can't plateau from here. Like, with this type of crazy cliffhanger, it has to continue to peak. So really looking forward to what Luffy and Momonosuke do on the way up. What Sword God Zoro and Sanji, what now that the floodgates have been opened about their lives and their like family histories, what more can we get from that, man?
I would be super okay with having 6 or 7 chapters on backstory specifically on Zoro. I've been waiting for it for so long, and for Oda to finally do it, like, really just revved me up this week. I was so pumped.
Oda, if you are watching this, another flashback, man. Deeply appreciate it. We may appreciate this even more than the all-time great Odin flashback. So please give us
Keep it coming. I need it.
But man, be on the lookout for future content from us, man. We're gonna be diving into some greater series, some different types of content as well, man. This has been Daz Bones
And Monkey D. Micool.
You know the Lotus always blooms twice.